Yo, 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 it's me again. Again, still in my room. Except this time I got one, two, 2.5, 2.5 lights on, and 2 fans. And the TV's still on. That one over there, right about there, is my number one fan. So don't even try to top him because he's already my number one fan. Anyways, this will be the second video, Epic Knees. This will be the second video of my, I don't know what to call it. Look, they look like tits. Anyways, this will be the second video in my, drawing series, I guess. So I guess this is really an update. This is Grimm. Fuck. My pencil went through the paper. So I'm using a cheap ass clicky pen. Or clicky pencil, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's him. I did some updates on him. I used some new techniques I learned. After this, I'm gonna go over him with this pretty good pen. And if you want to see the pen drawing of him, then follow me on Instagram. And I'll probably post a picture of it. You're probably wondering what the hell's over here, and I'll give you a quick flash. Alright, that's all you guys get to see for now. I'll get to that later. But anyways, for the eyes, I don't know if you can tell, but I changed them up a little bit. Instead of doing the weird arch shape, I did this thing where I go, like, take the eyebrow, go down, and then go across, kind of, except I curve it a little bit. And then I go to the center of about each one of them, and I put a bottom to both of them. And I draw like this circle type thing, and that will represent the pupils. Again, with the nose, I did the same thing, except what I tried to do was I tried to make it a little thicker on the bottom and thinner at the top to show that the bottom part was like more shadowed. The eyebrows, I don't know how to really change that. The mouth, instead of doing the whole smile thing, did a Chelsea smile because that's what I was in the mood to draw. And so I guess now it looks kind of more like a Joker picture. Hold on, let me just... There. I don't know if you can see the mouth better now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but in real life you can't see shit for shit. So this actually looks better on camera than in real life. But anyways, with the hoodie I did a different style. I did outlined. Well, I kind of did the same style, but instead of having it just all kind of like scribble about right here, I should probably be using this. Right here, I did kind of like a shadow at the top, and then I lightly went over in pencil a shadow just like here, so that you could still see some of his facial features, but also from a distance or an angle, you can definitely tell that the hood is covering one side. The hood is covering one side of his face with the shadow. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did. I mean, from a distance, I guess he looks more comic book-ish, if that's a word. But that's what I'm trying to go for. So yeah, that's my update on him. I might use this version in the comics. I might not. I might just draw a completely different one, or I'll use the first one. I don't know why I'm using shaky cam, but I'll do either one of those, and I'll incorporate that into the comics. Speaking of incorporation, drum roll please. But those of you who follow me on Facebook, you know at least what this is, but you don't know the backstory to it. This is one of the first, I don't know, what do you call it, like, I don't know, this one's kind of comic book-esque, or comic book-ish, whatever you call it. I call it esque, but, it's one of the more comic book-esque, pictures I drew, and it was really one of the most simple designs. I started off learning how to draw. What the fuck happened to my pencil? How come this happens in every fucking episode? No, fuck it. I'll just use a crappy pencil. The eyes, I maintained the same technique. The arch, an exaggerated arch. So this is like almost a completely diagonal slope on both ends. The nose, I could probably done a little bit better. There, now it's more of a point. I don't know if you could tell, but I didn't really add that much shadowing or depth. On either side. So you can't really tell which side he's looking on. For Grimm you can. And just realized from an angle, looks like this part's his, no, fuck that. Looks like this is where his pupils are. And this is top and bottom part of his eye. Or that there's just something from his eye leaking. But if you kind of, like, if you know and you're focusing on how they're his pupils or his eyes or whatever, you can sort of tell that the top parts are his eyebrows. So I'll have to go back over and fix that later. But anyways, getting back to this, you know, I incorporated the nose using my own technique. I found my pencil again. Woo! But, yeah, the nose I just used a sharp point because most of the time I was doing this quick and fast. So it would just be like, the same with the eyes. I just, you know, after a while it's just, you know, it gets easy. It's like, arch, 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 arch. You know, and it's just like a diagonal line. The hat I also incorporated was easy. I go down and then I do a really sharp triangle. Then I go back down halfway to where the first one went. Do triangle again. And since I drew his forehead curved, I go on the other side and I do triangle again and then triangle again. And it kind of makes this hat shape. And I'll see, like, he's wearing a hat. Where's my pencil? There it is. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking of, like, not the Batman Joker, but more of, like, a Joker card Joker. Like, if you see Joker card and you see this, you're like, holy shit, that's kind of spooky, but, like, I don't know. It works good for a villain, because it looks nice and evil. But you know, when I drew it, I was like, well, it looks like a jester from Clown, or like a king's jester to tell him jokes or whatever. So I did the little bottom things. You can see the circles to represent bells. And while I was on the topic, I was like, well, what am I gonna do with the hat? It looks weird. It's just 4 different shapes that are the same exact shape. So what I did was I went back and I outlined. I mean, I guess you can do it either way, just make sure they're alternating. But I did black, black, white, white. But you could do black, black, white, white if you wanted to. But anyways, so here's Grimm version v1.0 or 1.2 or 2.0 or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This guy, since this is updates, I guess you can make an announcement, right? You may notice his name's blank. What does that mean, you might ask? Well, the first person to comment an appropriate comment, like, don't put in dickhead as comment or whatever, or like bunghole or anus or, you know, whatever. Keep it family friendly or relating to this. But the first person to type in a name for this guy, I will name him that, and I'll make him the main villain for the first comic. If you give me your real name, I probably won't accept it. I'll probably just go to the second comment, or the third, or whatever, depending on how many comments this gets. However, if it's something cool like the Jester, or like the Evil Clown, or something that, you know, I don't know, it's gotta be something better than that, because, you know, it's explaining what it is. It needs, like, a name, like, you know, Grimm. Why is he Grimm? Because he's got the hood. He looks like the Grim Reaper. He's got the smile. He's out for revenge. When he thinks people's time is up, he goes, and he, like, you know, he takes care of business. This guy doesn't really have a backstory or an origins. You know, he was just a guy that I drew, and I thought it would be cool to make him a villain. So, contest. Rate, comment this guy's name, and I'll name it after whatever you comment. But yeah, this is the update, so I guess I will see you later. Peace out.